The Investing Project is about helping ordinary people achieve substantial wealth without upending their everyday lives. The Million Dollar Experiment is a real-time example of this project in action. And my foundational premise in leading this project is that I am not an expert in any of these topics. Rather, I'm building a system that weaves in other people's expertise and makes it possible for me, and you hopefully, to achieve tremendous results in a very short time. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor. So don't just blindly copy me. Instead, use this as a framework to integrate your own choice of experts that will help you achieve the results you want. Hey, all. This is week 7 of the Million Dollar Experiment, our weekly update. This week, we made a grand total of $108. We had 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 loss, and that was on the income engine. On the growth engine, we, as you recall, we placed our first order, our first trade at the beginning of last week, and we have so far managed to, we haven't really captured, well, I'll say we captured $20 of the $100 that we made. The reality is it's just a paper, it's on paper right now, it's paper profit. It could easily go to the full $100 by the end of week 4, or it could be some amount that's actually negative and we're assigned shares. So we'll see how this all works out over the next couple of weeks, but so far, so good. So that's really where we are. I'm going to jump into the spreadsheet in a second and walk through each of the trades in some more detail, and we'll go from there. So here's a detailed look at the trades from this week. So we're in week 7. We had 3 trades this week. We had the YM was a pretty good one. In retrospect, what I probably should have done with this YM is put on 4 contracts, because we were able to go up to $150 of risk. So I actually had room to go up quite a bit here, but I didn't. So in retrospect, this was a bit of a miss. This could have been double the return. But anyway, $86. And then we had the ES, where I just got into this trade in a poor location. That wasn't a good idea. But then the better version of this trade happened a few minutes, half an hour later, on the NQ. And then the NQ was in a much better location, and it did very well. So we ended up up on the week $108. So is that right? Yes, $108. So that was pretty reasonable for the week. Now, for the investing project here, for the growth engine, we had sold puts on Coeur d'Alene CDE back on, when was it? 23rd of April. We gathered $100 in premium. We have so far on paper managed to secure $20. That means, in other words, if we were to buy this out right now, instead of we were paid 50 cents, we would have to pay 40 cents to buy it back out. So we've made about 20% of the available profit, but that's on paper. A lot can change. So we'll leave that alone, of course, and we'll let that go until the end of week 9, which is when month 2 ends, and we'll see where we are. But that's how it's looking. So now looking back over the totals, we can see for week 7, this is the trading. As I said, it's $108. Last week, week 7, we had made, I think, a grand total of $32. We can see the $100 that we have sold back on last week. What we'll do is we'll update this to be the correct number when the month ends, and we'll see how much we actually kept. The thing I wanted to draw attention to right now, because it's kind of interesting, is if you look, let's go back here. If we actually look at what the last number of weeks looks like, in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, in the first 4 weeks, there were a lot of trades. Now we only since we made our target in the first 4 days, only the first 4 days were in the official Million Dollar Experiment account. After that, we used an alternative account. But if we just look at the trades, $1,103 in profit on those trades for the first 4 weeks. But in the last 3 weeks, we are a grand total of $29 in profit. Isn't that interesting? And the difference really, and I'm not doing anything different right now than I was at the beginning of this exercise. What's different is the market conditions are different. And this is the very reason why we didn't change our targets back when things were going gangbusters, and we said, holy mackerel, this is going great. Maybe we should aim higher than 8.3%. And the reality is you just don't know what the market's going to dish out. And the last several weeks have been a case in point that the market has been less friendly to what I've been trying to do, and I've been kind of schooled on some of these trades. And that's actually the point. We have to be able to trade the market we have in front of us. And so this is why we don't want to adjust that. So if we look right now at where we stand, we have made, let's see, $140 in week 6 and week 7. So let's say, we're expecting to make 519 for month 2. We've made 140 so far. And we're halfway through the month. So as you can tell, just by looking at that, we're not exactly on pace if we were going to say that these weeks should be equivalent. Right now, who knows what next week is going to be like or the week after. Maybe we'll hit it, maybe we won't. But we're going to keep trading. We're going to keep trading our plan, and we'll see where we land. And if we're behind, we're behind. We'll have to figure that out when we get there. But right now, it's just interesting to see where things are. Oh, just one more thing before we sign off. If you would like to download the exact plan and blueprint that we're using to drive the $1 Million Experiment, you can download it for free from our website. It's at theinvestingproject.com. The link is in the description. There's also our $1 Million Experiment YouTube channel where you can see all of the trades that we place as we place them.